less than a week, there will be significant developments and shifts in the cryptocurrency space, particularly in the United States. And we really need to talk about this, because even as we wait for the 20th to arrive, some very significant announcements and information are already being released about the events that are scheduled on the 20th. That being said, welcome to the channel, everyone, and take a seat back and unwind. Nick is my name. If you are new to the channel, I hope you will subscribe by the end of this video. Let's get started. First and foremost, Gary Gensler's resignation is the first significant event that will occur on the 20th. This has been verified. We are aware that it is verified. Back on the 21st, Gary Gensler personally told us. This did, however, trigger a great deal of conjecture over the future of the Ripple case and cryptocurrency. The primary issue I'm addressing with Gary Gensler's resignation is that, after he leaves and the SEC undergoes a full reorganization, I do believe that a lot of innovation, especially in real-time innovation, can take place. At the same time, in the U.S. cryptocurrency space will begin to occur because U.S.-based crypto companies will also be widely accepted. Additionally, I believe that this is the point at which U.S.-based initiatives like Hedera or perhaps XRP begin to emerge. I am aware that there is a lot of discussion around whether or not XRP is a U.S.-based initiative, but it is to me. Aside from that, there is Algorand, and there are several projects in the area that might receive major approval beginning on the 20th. I've been kind of waiting for that around the SEC. In addition to that, I did mention that the market as a whole saw a significant upheaval recently. In essence, we began to observe a great deal of volatility, both upward and downward. For a brief period, Bitcoin lost 90K, while XRP fluctuated between 20 and 30 cents. I did say it couldn't be me to get shook out of cryptocurrency before Gary Gensler resigns. And yes, pay attention as we examine the recent events in the space community. Until the largest movements of the cycle occur, we won't be shook out. When some of these commenters say things like, "Oh, old season is something that doesn't exist anymore. Old season isn't going." No, any to happen, or old coins are done, they're dead, now the focus is on this or that. We haven't seen old season in action yet. Listen, we know from previous cycles that it's not even about adhering to patterns. In contrast to earlier cycles, it concerns the general cyclical period in which we find ourselves. Furthermore, Phase 2 of the cryptocurrency season has not yet materialized. Therefore, alt season is still a thing if that's what we're considering. Indeed, it will still occur, and until altcoin season is really announced, I won't be shook out. Furthermore, Gary continues to receive a massive L. Therefore, I do believe that everyone should be paying attention to this. A federal court has now ordered the U.S. SEC to provide a thorough explanation for its refusal to provide specific responsibilities for cryptocurrency assets. The agency was warned by one of the judges not to provide yet another inadequate explanation. Therefore, the SEC is still under pressure, and even here we have to disagree with its response. In response to a petition filed by Coinbase, the U.S. Third Circuit's Court of Appeals has decided that the SEC needs to give a more detailed justification for its decision to forego establishing particular regulations for cryptocurrencies. The SEC's earlier denial of Coinbase's request was deemed unreasonable and capricious by the court. This ruling demonstrates a strong backlash against the SEC's crypto asset regulation strategy. Furthermore, this is a huge push. A significant victory over the SEC was also achieved just a few days before Gary Gensler's eventual resignation. I'm thrilled about this, guys. I believe that this is a major victory for the industry, but I also believe that it is simply another setback, in opposition to the entire anti-crypto movement that has been going on for the past 4 or 5 years. In addition, people will realize it was a success when the SEC is forced to settle or withdraw from the Ripple case. The culprit is Jamie Dimon. He intended to use the XRP ledger and Ripple technology to undermine the 83 pence that Bank of America had built off. Gods are those who held the entire time. Listen, we are aware that the Ripple case was a farce. It was something I discussed several times. It was, in my opinion, a significant push. Whether you believe it or not, I firmly believe that Ripple was a threat from the very beginning of the case and the events that preceded it. Quite evident. Additionally, I think that this particular case was, you see, the incumbent bankers essentially orchestrated the attack to attempt to destroy it or slow it down. I mean, it was obvious right away that this was going to be popular. However, I do believe that the end of this is near. I'll add that XRP holders should keep an eye on this situation because I came across a fantastic post about it. XRP alert. Hold off on selling your XRP until everything listed below occurs. The first thing that has been issued is ROUSD. The Trump inauguration is scheduled for the 20th. Gary departs on the 20th, and the Ripple case is likely to conclude by the start of the old coin season in the first quarter of this year. I believe that. A large bank collaboration will likely be announced almost shortly once the case is concluded, most likely in the first quarter of this year. Once more, clearance for the XRP ETF is pending, probably following the conclusion of the case. All of this may therefore occur after the first quarter, which once more, I realize sounds ridiculous to many of you, but a lot of this is already sort of in the works once we have the case settled, which seems to be the end of that case, following the first quarter. Although we will have to observe, wait and see, I do think it is almost done. However, what updates have we received from the Trump camp about his upcoming actions? First, on his first day in office, President-elect Trump is anticipated to release executive orders pertaining, so create a border with disparagement pursuits, and then ultimately Italy leverages pursuing federal claims, since the prosecution was ordered to release executive orders pertaining to crypto regulations. Additionally, it is anticipated that President-elect Trump would remove the legislation that requires banks that store digital assets to classify them as liabilities. Additionally, tech titans will attend Donald Trump's inauguration, and a crypto ball will be held to honor him as the first crypto president. We actually have a thorough breakdown of a lot of stuff over here. Has he changed his mind about the official regulations, meaning what kind of regulation refers to only the legal businesses? Has he changed his mind about entitlement? Thus we have. It is anticipated that Donald Trump would announce executive orders pertaining to cryptocurrency. In order to complete a legislative plan, Saxon, a member of the Trump transition team, has been collaborating closely with leaders in the cryptocurrency industry. On the first day of his presidency, Trump is also anticipated to sign executive orders that might address a number of concerns such as debanking and the removal of a contentious crypto accounting rule that required banks to store digital assets. One member in the discussion said that they should be included as liabilities on the bank's own balance sheet. Once more, it appears that a significant change is about to occur in this area.